you still have time to get the field goal, but it looks pretty grim there. What, you have any special advice to Pat right there? Do you have any words for him at that point when Buffalo took the lead for the last time?
Yeah, when it's grim, be the Grim Reaper and go get it. So he did that. He made everybody around him better, which he is great at, and he just does it effortlessly. When it gets tough, he's going to be there battling, and players appreciate that.
NFL, oh, I miss you so. NFL, when you left, it was a hole deep in my soul. Now it is home until the Super Bowl.
Hey YouTube, Sandyfrank here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Have Some Football. This is the Week 8 edition. And football season has been really interesting so far. We're getting close to the halfway point of the year. I really like my Chiefs have been looking really good. They started off a little shaky, but they've got everyone back now and are looking really good. So that's been exciting. There's been a lot of interesting stories throughout the NFL. But we like to do the picks here. Before we get into the picks, I will say my fantasy team did win last week by 1 point. Woo! That was our first win that we've had since we've had Lamar Jackson injured. That's been a big problem for our team this year. This week, even though Lamar Jackson might be coming back, I kind of want to see that team play well before I just throw him back as my starting quarterback. I'm actually going with the rookie, Jackson Dart, and I have a couple of his main targets. So, his tight end and Wandale Robinson. So, until I'm 100% sure that Baltimore's back, back healthy and playing well, I'm probably just going to play it by ear. So last week I did have Jared Goff starting. He didn't get me a lot of points, but it got me just enough points to win. Excuse me, folks. I've been battling allergies. Okay, so let's get into the games. And also, I'll do my Survivor / knockout pick. I'm still alive through 7 weeks. I'm trying to see how long I can keep this going. We'll get to that at the end of the video. So, boy, these excuse me, these allergies. Something else right now. Okay, so we got Vikings at Chargers on the Thursday night game. When I shoot this video, it's Thursday morning, so I have not watched the game. I will never pick a Thursday night game as my knockout pick because, I don't post this video till Friday morning, so there's no way I could cheat. So the Vikings at the Chargers. I actually like the Chargers in that game. This is a really close game, I think. Really tough. But I'll go with the Chargers at home. They've been very inconsistent, but I'll go with them. Dolphins at the Falcons. Yeah, the Dolphins are a mess. The Falcons seem like they were a mess, but they've really gotten things together with Bijan Robinson and Michael Penix. I think the Falcons win that game, and there might be a tarmac firing of Mike McDaniel that people are saying after that game if they get beat pretty bad. So, rough year for Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins. And Tua. Jets at the Bengals. The Jets are just showing no, life or like they don't seem to be a threat to win games. And I bet you this will be a very popular, which you wouldn't have thought with the Bengals, but I bet you a lot of people use the Bengals this week as a knockout league pick. But I definitely think the Bengals win this game. They've played much better with Joe Flacco. They seem to be at least a serviceable NFL team. I think those receivers are great on that team. They just need someone to get the ball to them. Browns at the Patriots. I definitely think the Patriots will win that. The Patriots look to be a very solid team also. Drake May having a good year. I don't think they're going to have much of a problem there. Giants at the Eagles. I want Jackson Dart to have a big game, selfishly, for my fantasy team. But I think the Eagles win this. And I think they control the Giants in that game. So, I'm just in a bad spot in my fantasy team. But hey, let's throw the rookie out there and see what happens. Yeah, I picked the Eagles that game. Bills at the Panthers. The Panthers are actually 4-3. So the Bills have been very disappointing. They're a tremendously talented team, but just seem to play down to their competition. And I think this is going to be a nail-biter game. But I think the Bills will find a way to win. I mean, they should win easily, but, who knows with that team. The Bears at the Ravens. The word is that Lamar will probably play, but he's not going to be 100%, I don't think. The Bears have played pretty decently, but I think the Ravens being at home and maybe starting to get healthy, I think the Ravens win this. I think Baltimore's actually favored in that game. 49ers at the Texans. Man, this is a tough one. The Texans have not been looking very good, but I'm not a big believer in the 49ers. I think the Texans win that. Buccaneers at the Saints. Despite a lot of receivers being injured for Tampa Bay, I think they beat the Saints. Cowboys at the Broncos. The Cowboys are a very tough to predict team because they have a really good offense and a really bad defense. I don't think they can win at Mile High Stadium, though. So I'm going to go Broncos. Unfortunately, I don't like the Broncos, but they probably should win that game. Titans at the Colts. This is another really huge point spread game. Right now, the Colts are favored by over 2 touchdowns, which is crazy for NFL. But the Titans are a mess. They seem to be like going nowhere. Colts have played really well. Daniel Jones has been really good for them, and I think this is an easy win for them. So I definitely think Colts win that. Packers at the Steelers. This is a really interesting matchup. It's the NBC Sunday night, what do they call that? Football Night in America game. As you have Green Bay coming to Pittsburgh to play against Aaron Rodgers. A lot of great storylines in that game. I think the Steelers do it. The Steelers, they're really another one of these teams that's really tough to predict what's going to happen. But I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be extra juiced to play against his old team. And he's going to be, he'll probably have his best game of the year in this game. And so I think the Steelers win that. Commanders at the Chiefs. The Commanders, unfortunately, won't have Jaden Daniels. That's good for the Chiefs. The Chiefs are really starting to play really good right now and looking like one of the better teams in the NFL. I go with the Chiefs in this one. This is another game that has a really large point spread. A lot of people are thinking the Chiefs are going to win this. I think the Chiefs will win this also. I don't think they're going to have much of a problem. It's at Arrowhead. So now, that's our regular picks. The knockout picks, this week there's a lot of bye week teams, so a little bit less of a field of teams to pick from. I can't pick my Chiefs, but there's a really juicy game there that seems to be saying I need to use my pick to get through week 8. So let me review. In this knockout contest thing that we thankfully won this thing, but I'm just seeing how far I can get in a season. We can only use a team one time, and you have to pick one winner. You can only use that team once, and here's who I've used: Denver, Baltimore, Seattle, Buffalo, Detroit, Green Bay, and Kansas City last week. This week, I'm going with, I kind of think it's a no-brainer, Indianapolis Colts. I'm going to use the Colts this week, see if they can get me through 8 weeks of survivor/knockout picks. So, go Chiefs, number 1. Go Colts to help keep my streak going here and see how far I can get. And, man, who else can I say go to? Actually, go Jackson Dart and the Giants. I need you for my fantasy team this week to do good. All right, let's have some football. Later.